What is going on, guys? Rated Designs here, and today is another tutorial, of course, on some cool things. Of course, you guys have seen my current background. Let me go to it real quick for you guys. Current background's pretty cool. It's very, I guess, clean, but at the same time, it's got that grunge that everyone loves. I don't know how I do it, but it just does. And of course, everybody keeps asking me, hey, Rated, you keep doing this bubble text thingy where you put these bubbles in the text and then indent them and all these different cool things and these effects with these, splatters and cool looking stuff. Well, I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do it. Now, today, of course, is going to be a pretty cool tutorial on this type of stuff. Now, I want to, stress that your outcomes are not all going to look exactly like this unless you follow this to a T. But most of my, stuff that I do, I want you guys to really screw around with it on your own. But if you guys want to, you guys can just copy this to a T. I don't really care. It's up to you guys on this one, but it's pretty basic. I actually have done done this many a times. It's just very, very underused, not used too much. But yeah, let's just jump right into this. But anyways, just going to take a nice font. Doesn't really matter what it is, but you just go to something like this. Okay. Oh, nope, not that. Okay. Now what we have here, of course, is just a regular mo text. Of course, you're going to want to, depth. I'd add a little bit of depth to this, guys. Good 200-300, and height, keep it, of course, the same. Then you're just going to want it to make fillet caps 1 centimeter for both. And we're only going to use one mo text here. Very simple Cinema 4D. Most of this is done Photoshop. But what you're going to do here is you're going to create a material. I have one created already. It's like a grayish blue, and it's very, very cool look to it. Same reflection, but you can use a dark gray or a black. It'll look exactly the same. Excuse me. But anyways, yeah, what you're going to do is you're just going to render this out. It doesn't really matter what it looks like. And you're just going to render this out real quick. I didn't render one out before, so you're going to have to sit through this render. But shouldn't take too long. But yeah, it's going to render out kind of cool looking like this. You can do any color. This is just one of the... this is my actual effect on my background. So I might as well show you guys what it looks like. Actually, I'm going to pull this up a little bit more, get it a little bit darker. It's kind of what I want. So right here. Should be pretty good. Anyways, but while we're waiting for this to basically render, I'd like to say just a few things. Thank you for all the support on the last tutorial. I really appreciate everybody who liked and commented and really just stuck through with that. I'm going to throw the template up there very soon. I just have forgot because, one, I've been really busy. I have huge psychology tests and stuff like that, and I've been in my drawing classes and all that stuff has just been... it's just been so much. I have, like, final projects and stuff that I'm working on still. And, just thanks for hanging in with me right now. But also, I really like to say just thanks for the outcome on that one. That video really did great. Everyone really liked that video, I think. I don't know what about it. I think it was just more of everybody really wanted that. But also, in this description of this video, please leave tutorial comments on what you think the next tutorial should be. I really am having trouble finding tutorials to do, so leave some comments on them. I'd love to hear them. But anyways, what we're going to do here is we're going to open up this text. Alrighty. Here we go. Okay. Now, at first, you're not going to be able to see all this very well, but we're going to create a new... Of course, I'm just going to make a background for it. But we're going to do some layer styling, gradient overlay, overlay. We're going to pull this down a little bit. 75, and really just pull it down. And we're going to just keep it at that for right now. Now, after that, I'm just going to rasterize this so the gradient automatically goes away. But after that, we're just going to create a clipping mask. Now, what this clipping mask does is it just, of course, people that don't know, just basically keeps everything so it's only seen within what it's clipped over. So, for instance, I have it clipped so everything that I write on the text will only be shown on the text. So, like, if I say here and make a huge square, it's only shown on the text, not the background. So anyways, we're just going to take our ellipse tool, and we're going to click on our clipping mask, and we're going to hold Shift and Alt. Well, actually, no, not Alt. We're just going to take Shift, and we're going to make bubbles. And you can make them over here. And you kind of want to start them on points, and you're just going to want to hold Shift, of course. You can let them intersect, and they will look cool, trust me. You want to make them different sizes. You want to make little specks, different stuff. It to really add like it's kind of an abstract feel to it, and looks really cool. But this is just one of the cool things that you can do with this. And you're just gonna keep holding Shift. So one right here, one right here, and that should do it. And once you have that, you're basically gonna have one layer of just paths, of all these little paths, and we're just going to rasterize these and switch the blend mode to overlay. Now you guys are going to start to see, yeah, whoa, that actually kind of did something cool there. Well, we're going to do something even cooler and make that indent effect. We're going to go to inner shadow, we're going to untick global light, go to angle 90, 1 distance, 20 choke, and 10 size, and pull it all the way up to 100. Go to drop shadow, angle 90, of course, untick global light, 1 distance, 2 size, 100%, switch the color to white, and blend mode to overlay. Now what that does is, as you guys can see, is it gives it that effect that it's being ripped out, or it's been chopped out, hunks of it, by this cool looking circle. So that's basically the effect. You can do pretty much anything like that. Now, I'm going to delete that, and what we're going to do is we're going to use a brush now. And this is a splatter effect. Now, you're going to still do the clipping mask, same thing. Now, of course, I have millions of brushes. You guys should have them. I have millions and millions of brushes, but any splatter brushes will really work for you guys. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, yeah, one specific, no, it doesn't really matter. Any brush pack. But what I would avoid is doing this and just clicking in the middle and doing that. Because what it does is if you see all that white in the middle, it just voids it. It makes it look stupid. So what I do is I, kind of just do what I'm doing here. And switch, after you're done, switch it to overlay, of course. And the same thing. We're just going to go to inner shadow. 90, except this distance 0, 20 choke, size 10, of course. And then what we're going to want to do is go to drop shadow, 1, 2, untick global light, 90 degrees, 100% white, and overlay. Now what that does is it kind of gives it that cracked effect, and it gives it that splatter, almost like, chunks of it are being ripped off through a brush. Another really, really cool effect, and it's very usable during different, layers and different typing. You can do this on any different thing. Now, lastly, are halftone ones, which I've done millions of times on different types of text. It looks really cool. And halftone. Halftone is the coolest thing in the world. They're little brushes like this. They kind of look like dots. And what you're just going to do is the same thing. And these are just 3 effects that I really would like to see on backgrounds. They look really cool, and it looks so clean, and it just can add that grungy feel to it as well. And after you have that, of course, switch it to overlay, inner shadow, 0, 25, We'll do 5 just because I want to. Of course, untick global light, make that 90 if you want. Doesn't really matter, but then you're going to go to drop shadow, 1, 2, 90. Whoop. White, 100%, overlay. And of course, that does another awesome thing. Now, I'm going to actually click in the middle real quick to give you a full preview of what it looks like. Now, if you guys see, I'm going to grab my pointer little tool. It looks like these little white dots are what's pulling apart. And it kind of just gives it that cool effect. And it is, in my opinion, one of the coolest things you can do, and makes all backgrounds and all text just look that cool, that much cooler. Actually, you can do it on 2D text and it looks just as cool. And actually, if you want me to do that, I'll do that right now. But we'll take that. Grab my text tool. Oh, still have my... Oh, this on 200. I'll move it down here. Okay. And you can just change this to like a... Not a satin. We're going to change this to a nice color like that. No, I take that back. We'll give it a nice gradient, but something more like this. Alright. Rasterize layer. I'm going to make the bevel. Just bear with me on this one. Kind of a different type of thing. I'm just doing a quick 2D text real quick. And that's what we have. Alright, so what we have now is we're going to take this layer. I'm just going to pull it above just to show you the point of it. But that's what we get right here, is this effect. Looks cool, rips 2D text, and almost, I mean, it's almost like a grungy type effect. You can add a nice drop shadow, 100%, you know, whatever you please, shall I say. And, you know, gives it that nice effect. And it's cool, you know, it's something that, it's different. Not everybody does it, and, you know, it's not something that everybody in this world is going to sit here and be like, oh, I love it, and, you know, I'm going to use it and overuse it. Well, you know, everybody's going to have their thought process on it. You know, some people love it, some people hate it. It just depends on what you think. But anyways, this comes to the end of the tutorial. It's been pretty cool. But anyways, I wanted to do a quick shout out, and I don't really do this, but my really good friend Greg, who I know IRL, shall I say, is came out with a new channel. It's called Back to Rage, and I'll show you guys it real quick. He came out with a new channel. He's a graphic designer. If you guys can, just click the screen. I'm gonna put a huge annotation right now and sub him up. You know, he's just a maniac when it comes to art and in every form, music. He has right here. It's a brand new channel. I'd love, and I'll even sub to him right here. It shows that I haven't, even though I have. But yeah, he's a, you know, aspiring graphic designer. He's one of my really close friends. I keep him really close to my heart. Same thing with a bunch of my buddies. And yeah, no, that's not gay. Just saying it. Yeah, check him out. I really would love you guys to help him out because he is just, you know, he's a musician. He uploads so much different. He's a rapper, of course. And he does dubstep, trance music, house music, all this different stuff. Plus, he's a graphic designer. So this channel, I really want to blow his channel up because, one, he's just a great guy, and you guys, I think, will love him a lot. And two, he deserves it, and he really does. He works his ass off and gets very little. So definitely check his channel out. And my last shout-out, because, you know, this guy really, you know, has helped me out more than anybody. And he's really he's a close friend and a close person, is my buddy, of course. You guys might know him as Tyler, or my brother. My buddy Toxin. I'd love you guys to check him out and, you know, just give him a nice like comment saying rated sent you or whatever. And the channel's By Builder. And just check him out. But yeah, definitely check Back to Rage. He's amazing. He's a great guy. Great. You guys would love him. coming out with tutorials. But of course, I hope you guys really enjoyed these tutorials and this tutorial. I will gladly put a template in the description for 200 likes, and for 200 likes, I would also give you guys a personal thumbs up from right now. But yeah, thanks for everything, guys. I mean, it just means a lot that you guys are doing this. So like the shit out of this video, rate, comment, subscribe, and deuces.